This support pick made the enemy quit every game I was in. This is just pure assault delivery straight to the enemy's veins, and their tiny mental can't do anything but leave the lane. That's right, baby, we're playing Cho'Gath support. I tried this over 2 years ago and kept saying in that video, this is broken, I can't believe this. And then I never played him again. And just this week I played him in my stream and I was saying the same things. I don't know why I didn't try more of it, because it seems ludicrously strong and it's about time I dust him off and take him back to the support role. Now we're gonna go over step by step how to drown the enemy in soy sauce, overdose them on salt, and just make them leave altogether. Now Cho'Gath is amazing as long as you land his ability, so make sure that you can hit that Q. Now you have an extremely obnoxious level 1 ability, and this is where we're going to start. At level 1, you give him the bounty house, but not the good kind. You take your Q first and it gives you the opportunity to poke early and even the chance to go all in at level 1, assuming that your ADC is ready to fall off. This ability is on a low cooldown, it costs very little mana and deals a good bit of damage and has CC attached to it. Now when we first get into lane, you want to hit the enemy as they walk in, just to give them a little taste of what they're coming into. Now level 1 usually isn't the best to engage on, but you can, but level 2 is even better. Try and slap those minions around a few times so you can get that level 2 advantage, because once you do, if you land the bounty house special, it's all ogre now. Worst case, you get a summoner spell. Best case, you just get a kill and the summoner spell. Now at level 2, I will usually take E. However, if the enemy is very low and I know they're going to kind of play back, I take my W for some extra range damage, since it's quite hard for Cho'Gath to stumble their way into the melee range, even with the knockup. Now runes aren't what you think. To take most advantage of your poking, you want to take the blue tree. I tried with grass, but you barely get the proc it, since most of the time it's a double range bot lane. But if the enemy support is a tank, then maybe you can go for it. But with the blue tree, we take Comet for extra poke damage because it's guaranteed when you hit your Q, Mana Flow for that early mana help, Transcendence because we're Galaxy Brain for our pick, and Scorch for even more poke. Secondary tree, we go Treep Shot for more damage on that follow-up, and Ultimate Hunter because we're one hungry, all-devouring Void Boy. You can also go Green Tree Secondary, it's not the worst, you do you. Once we are able to secure that kill, or at least get the summoners, we still don't want to leave lane until we have at least 400 gold, because we are going to first buy tier. Once you buy this, you'll never have to worry about mana ever again for the rest of the game, and maybe even in your next game, because it's that good. I honestly only finished the complete build of this item once in all the games that I played. My full build ended up going towards something like this, but Fimbulwinter was always like the 5th item. Hey you, yeah you, I see you judging me on these items, and I'll let you know in a bit why I didn't buy the item you're thinking of. And really, I'm serious about this. Land this ability enough, and the enemy will just leave the lane. You don't even have to get the kill, just hitting it is enough, but getting the kill does make sure to send them directly to the salt mines. I know what you're thinking, oh my god, he's lying, but you're wrong. Spamming and landing your Q is really enough to make the enemy leave lane 80% of the time, and that's really it. There's no other secret other than that. Honestly, up until level 6, we don't even need brain cells to pull off this strategy. Now the only other thing I'll do is try and add a little bit of armor to my build, because I know that I'll have enough HP later when my ult is up. And once you get your ult, you don't want to save it unless the enemy's like really low and you're already ready to secure a kill. Just use this ability on any old minion to start building towards your stacks. And if you have a support item proc ready, you can get your stack and give your ADC the gold too. So really just use this till you get to 6 stacks, then save it for champions and objectives. And if you don't have your support passive up, I'm sure the ADC understands. Right, Draven? Well, now that the enemy has rage crit the lane, you have 2 choices. You can follow them or take your tower, and you know what we're gonna do. And we've done it! We're the tank, we're the front line, we're the Salt Knights of the Rift, and we are the Bounty House delivery people. In the mid game, we just want to make sure that our ult is fully stacked up, so keep doing that if you haven't reached 6 stacks yet, but we want to make sure to take more towers. However, most of the time, we'll probably stay close to the mid lane, ready to get to any objective, because we're Cho'Gath and we are the jungler now. I refuse to put that meme up again. Now, we want to eat every Baron, every dragon, any kill we can get our hands on to get more stacks on our ultimate. I don't care if you steal it, we're the infinitely scaling tank. And here we're back to it. I hear you saying, well, if we're the infinitely scaling tank, then why didn't we take Heartsteel? Well, I'll tell you why. Because in lane, Heartsteel is an absolute waste of money because you will rarely be able to proc it. If you're in a duo range lane, they will never come close to you, and in the mid game, you'll only get like 300 stacks on that max. Now, I am gonna say, there was a game that I regretted not buying, Heartsteel, because they had 3 big bar boys, and I wasn't a bar boy because I didn't have it. So there's always exceptions to be made, and if the enemy has a lot of tanky melee boys, then maybe you can pick this up early if you're really fed. But after that, there's really no secret. You're just the front line. But getting a few knockups in the fight can make a huge difference later in the game. And that's it. We did it! Now I'm gonna do what every League player can't fathom of doing. I'm gonna touch grass for every 1 second for every Cho'Gath Q that I miss. And if you like this video, check out this one with the reworked Skarner. Talk to you later!